Hey guys, Shane here, Aus Flight Simmer. Welcome to another test drive video. Now, if you haven't seen one of these before, this is where we take your scenery, your aircraft, your chili, or even hardware for a spin around the block, and I will give you my first impressions and is it worth value for money. So if this is the first time you drop by the channel, please hit the subscribe button and also the notifications button so you can see these videos first. But if you want exclusive access and also extra perks, please hit the join button at the bottom at the video to be an exclusive Aus Flight Simmer member. In today's video, we are checking out Orbx Australia version 2. Now, I've been using version 1 for many years, so I thought I'd take a simple flight around one of their key cities, which is the Melbourne HD cityscape, and do a bit of a flight in the Cessna 152 from ATA and in version 1, and then a flight in version 2 and show you the key differences. We are here at Orbx's Melbourne, which is YMML. So some of the key things that I'm looking forward to see is the updated high quality mesh. Also all the new lakes and rivers and shorelines that have been improved, because the version 1 was a very old, it's quite old now. Also all the new roads and networks, all that sort of thing. So I'm looking to see a more accurate area. Now, I used to live around near Melbourne many years ago, so I'll be able to see the differences between the two. So we've been saying that we're going to take off here. We're going to make a left hand sort of pattern out and go over the suburbs of the west of Melbourne, and then we're going to see the differences there. So at the moment we are in version 1, and then we'll flip over to version 2. We'll do a bit of a cityscapes tour of Melbourne and the differences between the two. We have made it to the western side of Melbourne, so I'm going to pan around on some different outside views to see a version 1. And some of the things I'm looking for in a version 2 is the more detailed when it comes to more accurate lakes, power lines, roads, rivers, all that sort of stuff that makes the areas that you fly and you know more accurate. Orbx have said when it comes to the Melbourne cityscape and also the inner suburbs of Melbourne, they've actually used photoreal detail of 30 centimeters for the ground textures. So why don't we cut over into a version 2 just so we can see the differences. And now we are in a version 2. Now, to the naked eye, or for someone that's not familiar with the area, it might seem it's only subtle changes, but for me that's experienced and knows the area well, you can really see that all the roads are in the correct place, all the bridges are being included and are in the correct place, all the lakes and everything seems to be spot on where it should be. And that's what you want to see when you're flying around your hometown or your home area, or areas that you know really well. You want things to be in the right spot, and that's what version 2 really does well. So we've been saying that we're going to make a left-hand turn up here shortly, and we're going to fly over to the city centre. Now we're going to do a city loop in version 1, and then we're going to do a city loop in version 2 so you can see the differences. As you can see, the road just there before, that stuff with the bridges there, that never appeared that way before, so that's the detail that we are sort of looking at. So anyways, time to make a left-hand turn, and let's go and check out the Melbourne city. The city of Melbourne is just in front of us, so we are in version 2 right now. We're going to jump into version 1, do a loop around the city, and then come back and do the same in version 2 so you guys can see the differences. I won't be commenting much, I'll leave it up to you guys to see the key differences between the two. So hopefully that gives you a good sense of version 1 of the Melbourne cityscape, and then we'll compare it to version 2. So let's do the same thing again. That's the end of the city loop for Melbourne for version 1 and version 2 of Australia for Orbx. We're going to make our way over to Melbourne, and on approach I'll give you my final thoughts of the version 2 overhaul from Orbx. We are on final for runway 34 into YMML Melbourne. As you can see, it is clearly night and day when it comes to version 1 to version 2. You can see all the great work they've done with all the lakes, the rivers, the shorelines are all being improved for the accuracy. New roads and rails, and there's different land class types everywhere. Much improved shapes of the buildings and the accuracy. You can really see the difference, but that's just scraping the surface. You know, we've just checked out one city. I know it's their highlight city, but they've done an overhaul to the whole country. They've even upgraded 370 airports, and they have 280 plus of the new airports. So it is absolutely amazing. Now you can go and pick up version 2 for $54.95 AUD at the Orbx site. So if you haven't picked up Australia before, it is, in my opinion, it is definitely value for money. Now if you are a loyal customer and you had version 1, there's just basically an automatic when you go and purchase it update, and I think they reduced the cost. It was around about $34 or something like that. So that is definitely a value for money, and I would highly recommend checking out version 2 to see what Orbx has done. And if you haven't noticed, you can see a little blue join button at the bottom of this video. I'd like to thank our new Aus Flight Simmer members, Continuous Cockpit, and David Albright from joining the membership team at Aus Flight Simmer. You also can do the same, where you get exclusive access to these videos before everybody else. You get shout outs in videos and extra perks. And thank you very much for the support, because your support means that I can bring out higher quality videos more often for you guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you like the video, please hit a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you see more of our videos. Now I'm going to pop up a couple of more videos up here. Why don't you go and check them out if you got time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Shane, Aus Flight Simmer. I'll see you on the next video.